I'm here to extend an open invitation and public invitation to you as we continue to support our teachers and ensure adequate funding for public education. I encourage you to recognize and realize the vital role you play in advocating for our schools and students. With that in mind, I would like to invite each of you to speak on behalf of our teachers and the critical funding needs of Leon County schools. Your collective voices and leadership are invaluable in highlighting the challenges we face and the investments necessary to provide high-quality education for all students. Thank you for your dedication to our schools and to our community. I look forward to our collaboration for our schools, teachers, and students.
I emailed all of you on December 12th, the last time me and my son came here, to give you all some comments and opinions about what had been going on. I want to let you all know not a single person responded. Nobody did. I'm a high school teacher at Gretchen Everhart. My classroom alone has filled out over 300 major incident reports this year. I'm attacked all day long. I was cussed out from 8:30 this morning until 3:30 this afternoon. I've been scratched and punched all day today, and you all are asking me to do that every single day, and no one could respond to my email. I didn't get a thumbs up, not a received. I just wanted to give you all the opportunity to go back and check that email and at least respond to me. That's it.
Thank you for your comment.
Thank you.
I'm here to speak about public participation at school board meetings. I realize that the agenda item has been pulled, and I actually think that it's the perfect time to address the issue because it will give you a chance to hear my feedback about the policy that you're discussing before you actually have it all drafted. So we can really count on one hand the number of times that there's been more than 20 speakers at the school board in the last probably 10 years. We'd have to go back, I guess, but I don't remember there being more than 20 speakers more than 5 times. And I know you're reluctant to have meetings last till midnight, like we see in some other counties in Florida, and I completely understand that. But when there are that many speakers, it's because there's really an issue that you should want to hear the community about. And so I guess I don't want to see you tie your hands with language in a policy that would limit how many speakers you can hear in case an issue comes up where you really want to hear the community on. For instance, the conversation about appointed versus elected superintendent. You all want to hear the community broadly. This would be a great place to hear the community broadly when all 5 of you are present. So it would be a shame to put language in a policy that limits you. Whereas you could put language in the policy that gives you a chance as a board to vote at the beginning of a meeting when you see that there are many speakers. You could have a policy language that allows you to vote to limit to 2 minutes instead of 3 because of the length of because of the number of speakers. That could be more amenable in the policy. Also. If it's an issue that you really want to hear the community on, but you're worried about a long meeting and you know it's an issue that's coming up, maybe just limit the number of recognitions or reports to be heard for that meeting to shorten your meeting instead of cutting the time for public comment. My other comments, I can probably do them by email, but there are some issues with the language of the draft. For instance, it says the portion of the meeting during which participation of the public is invited shall be limited to a total of 3 minutes. But you don't mean that. You don't mean the total portion of the meeting be limited to 3 minutes. So that line needs to be revised in terms of drafting. And then I really recommend that the policy be split between persons to be heard and public hearings, because there's a lot of language in this policy that limits topical public comment, but in persons to be heard, we don't want to require the public to be speaking on specific issues before the board. It's a time for open comments, whereas, of course, for public hearings, they need to be on point for those items. Thank you.